We opened the second act 16 years later to a completely different, very bucolic, beautiful scene. It's a springtime festival. We're in Bohemia, where Polixenes actually is the king.
Perdita is a young girl that has grown up in Bohemia. It's very joyous, very happy, and we find her there with Florizel, who she is in love with.
Florizel is the son of Polixenes. So in order to be with Perdita, he has to pretend to be a shepherd because he knows that his father would never accept him being in a relationship with essentially just a normal person. What makes Chris such an amazing theatre creator is that he's formed a really solemn, stark world in Act 1, and you come to Act 2, which is just choreographically much different.
Ready, and...
For me personally, it's really fast. And it was created on Stephen McRae, who is just a master of speedy footwork. And it's not my go-to, and that's been a really exciting challenge.
Perdita, she's got a vocabulary in the way that she dances, and what Christopher has managed to do in the choreography is there are all these themes with variations amongst it, and it becomes their signature movements, and there will be a lot of repetitions, and it's almost like a conversation between the two of them as well.
This first step, yeah, can you move your upper back? That's it.
What's been nice about Winter's Tale is since we've opened, we've actually had quite a few other dancers performing the roles. And it's nice to see that the roles themselves have enough integrity to be able to translate when another dancer takes them on.
It's been fun, hasn't it,
Yeah.
being in the studio? It's it really brings the choreography to life, having him look at us and work with us, and he puts a few little changes in as well, so it makes it feel fresh and makes it feel ours as well.
Just so you're there with her.
We were in a rehearsal the other day, and Chris looked at us after we'd finished a section, and he went, "Oh, it looks quite different on you two." But in a good way.
It's amazing because you've got the beautiful set design of Bob Crowley with this amazing majestic tree, and we love dancing to the music of Joby Talbot as well.
The designs are so vibrant. It's quite easy to get into that world, I find, with the
Totally.
music, the choreography, and the designs.
Music is the seed from which the story grows. I can't make movement unless I have music. And what Joby's done so brilliantly is write the two worlds, the world of Sicilia, which is more buttoned up and dark and brooding and tortured, and the world of Bohemia, which is folky and light and effervescent.
Musically, I was very clear that I wanted Act 1 to sound very different from Act 2. And for all that pent-up emotion that is stored up in Act 1 to dissipate in this glorious festival in Act 2. We wanted to make it sound like Bohemia was this wonderful exotic place, but nowhere specific. This is a place that could be anywhere and everywhere. And Chris said, wouldn't it be fun to have an onstage band? There was a tradition in Renaissance music of putting together an ensemble of very disparate instruments that you wouldn't normally think would go together, and it's called a broken consort. And I said, why don't we make a broken consort on stage of instruments from all around the world to create this world music that is the folk music of this imaginary place? So we have an Indian bamboo flute, an accordion, a hammer dulcimer, and then drums from Africa and South America, and to create this sonority which is recognizably of the people, but at the same time was no specific place and was in our own make-believe Winter's Tale world.
I remember going to see it in the cinema when it was first performed, and I thought at the time, this is a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece of new choreography, just in the way that people at the top of their game have come together in this perfect storm and created something so amazing.
Who doesn't love a love story? I think it's a convoluted tale of love, loss, distrust, but also forgiveness as well. And I think it's very beautifully created.